Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today I have Anchor Daily Update. Let's see a price prediction and a technical analysis, guys. Of course, if you are a new viewer, please help me with clicking the like button, subscribing, hitting the bell button and share. And thank you for the support. If you are a subscriber or not, thank you so much for watching, guys. Of course, if you want to join our Telegram group chat, I have the link in the description down below. We are a community that grow over time, all the time. So for now, let's go to the Fibonacci retracement. Starting from this top right here, 1st May, guys, ending down to this bottom 19th May. What is the reason I did this? It is because I wanted to find major resistance levels. For example, for the very short term. For example, if I started from here, then this would be for a more of a short mid-term. But however, now I wanted to find more for the short-term resistance levels. And here we are, the first line that we need to surpass in order to go to the 13 cents is the 11 to 12 cents. That is because we found resistance multiple times here. You can see how important this line is. Okay, so for now we are seeing higher lows, which is good, and we want to keep this bottom trend line. We want to keep maintaining this bottom trend line. Of course, let's see something very interesting, guys, and of course we will see why the MACD should be compared sometimes with the price. So you can see here that we have a higher high. You can see that here back on the 27th May we had a high and now a higher high. But what happens with the price? As MACD gets higher, the price, you can see here on 27th May we had the 12-11 cents and we had a correction. Now we didn't manage to achieve the 12 cents around this area, guys. We were a little bit beyond, even though we had a higher MACD. So what we need now is not to go beyond this level right here. Going beyond the support level will mean that we will go down furthermore from this low. And therefore, if we go down, guys, you will see that the price will start crashing down. So it is very important that we keep this support level right here and of course a little bit way up more, because if we get down to this level right here, the price will fall deeper than this support level that we formed back in the day 29th May. So we need to see higher lows and higher highs eventually, even for the MACD, but we care more for higher lows than the higher highs. Okay, we care more to stop around here and make a bullish recross for the blue line along with the orange line. Let's go now to Anchor against USDT, guys, in the 4-hour frame. And you can see here it is happening the same, guys. The same happens with the commodity channel index. You can see that the coin is struggling more because with the commodity channel here, 26th May, we had a price label of 11, around there 11 to 12 cents. Let's say here, for example, guys, you can see I will take this one actually on 26th May. 26th May we had 11 to 12 cents and the commodity channel index was a little bit above the 100. With the commodity channel index at 200, guys, we had the price almost the same. We reached almost the same price. So it is getting more to an overbought situation, although the price can't seem to surpass this resistance level. That means it is struggling more to go above this resistance level right here. And now that we have an oversold situation, you can see though we are having an oversold situation quicker because we are going into this price label for the support and we have a minus, let's see, minus 240 around there commodity channel index. But on the same time, in this bottom right here, guys, we had a higher low in the commodity channel index. Therefore, what happens is now the volatility becomes lower. Okay, that's why we have a more of an oversold situation when the price doesn't go much down. You can see that you need to play with the price and the indicators, guys. It is so important. What we are seeing here actually is that we are getting into a squeeze point, guys. We are getting into a squeeze point where we are seeing almost the same highs and higher lows, and eventually we will decide afterwards where will we go. For now we are doing good Let's go to the anchor against USD in the daily frame. You can see the MACD, we have the bullish recross here. The blue line is above the orange line. That means it is good, but we need the second condition I always talk about in the videos. We need further distance between the lines. Okay, we need some further distance between the blue line and the signal line here. And of course, if we get this, then for the midterm, this is looking good for anchor. But as long as the two lines here are close with each other, everything can happen. We don't want something like this here, guys, for example, where we had a bullish recross, then a bearish cross immediately. Okay, so for now, for the MACD, that is the case. Let me remove the drawings. You can see that on the daily frame, we got the SSL channel, the green line above the red line. So we have a buying opportunity according to SSL channel. We are inside the Bollinger Bands, but of course you can see that we are in the middle, around the middle, a little bit down. So we don't have any, of course, overbought situation. We don't have any oversold situation. We are not in the bottom line of the Bollinger Bands, or we are not in the top line of the Bollinger Bands, because as you can see, guys, when we approach the bottom line, usually we are going upwards, but when we approach the top line, as you can see here, we usually go downwards all the way, bottom line upwards. Okay, so for now we don't have something like this. Let's go to the commodity channel index. We are soon going upwards, but we need not to go below minus 100 again. For the daily commodity channel index, we have so much room to grow. What we need to do is stop like here and then go upwards again. That's what we need to see for the commodity channel index, stepping up, going upwards. Okay, so therefore in 19th May, around this area, we had a very good buying opportunity according to the daily commodity channel index. On the RSI, we are between 1370. We don't want to get beyond this support level right here, guys. We don't want to get beyond this, then this will mean that we will be still be having lower highs and lower lows. We want to avoid having this. So for now, the RSI can move upwards. All other indicators can move upwards. We are not in an overbought or any oversold situation. For the MACD, it looks good, but we need more distance. Let's go to anchor against Bitcoin. For anchor against Bitcoin, it is looking good. Things are looking good. It is like anchor against USDT, guys, where we are having this resistance line over here. When we are having this resistance line, guys, the red line, and we are having higher lows, eventually we might get a price like this, a momentum like we will be having a squeeze point, and therefore we will decide if we go downwards or upwards. And we will talk about that later, what we will do. Of course, for anchor against Bitcoin, now we will be going upwards because we are having the commodity channel index in the 4-hour frame pretty low. So we are surely going upwards. I don't know if it will be the next 4 hours or the next 6 hours, but according to me, in the next hours to 1 day or two, we will be going upwards. Okay, so for now, things are looking good. Do not worry about this, because even if we do something like that, then we will be moving upwards for sure. Eventually, everything can happen, but this is the most probable scenario right here. Okay, so for now, for the RSI, we don't have any oversold situation. However, because the commodity channel index is way below minus 100, the RSI will have this low, and then we will go back up, or it might go just a little bit more down, and then it will climb up. So I don't think it will reach the 30 level here for anchor against Bitcoin. What we want to see is, after getting the squeeze point, go upwards, breaking this major resistance level. Let's see the price level, guys, of 0.450 You can see here it is because we divide anchor's price to Bitcoin's price. Let's see the daily frame a little bit here, and I will remove the drawings. You can see that even though we are getting this bearish candle, we haven't lost our position yet. The 20-day MA is still above the 50-day MA, guys, and of course for the daily, we are going a little bit in an oversold situation. Therefore, I expect anchor against Bitcoin to go upwards pretty soon, because we are going in an oversold situation, like 10th May, for example, guys. If we see the 10th May, then afterwards we had an explosion here. If we see the 10th May here as well, let's go to the 10th May on the 4-hour frame. It is a little bit beyond, guys. It is a little bit beyond. There we are. If you can see here, we had the commodity channel index way beyond minus 100 and then we exploded. I'm not saying that we will explode, but we will be definitely going up even on the daily frame now that we are approaching an oversold situation here. You can see we are going here and now we want to go back up. So for now, it looks good for Anchor against Bitcoin. We need to outperform Bitcoin. It is very, very important. And now we can go to Anchor against USDT in the price analysis. You can see the bottom trend line. You can see that we found resistance in the around 11 to 12 cents. What we will be doing, I probably think, is something like this. Okay, we'll be having some higher lows and higher highs, and eventually we will decide afterwards if we go down or go upwards. This can happen in the next 2-3 days, maybe more, maybe less, guys, but you get the idea. For the short term, we might move something like this, and then we will see if we can explode. For example, a perfect opportunity here is now that we have the commodity channel index below minus 100, if we can do something like this, then we can actually go above 11 cents and then test the 13 cents. Okay, that's what we hope for, that's what we want to see. For now, for Bitcoin in the 4-hour frame, what we want to see is eventually a bullish here recross on the 20-day MA or not to cross the 50-day MA, and of course on the 4-hour frame to start climbing our way towards back. Okay, because many of us guys believe that the news is what caused the drop, but no, it's not only the news. Okay, because the analysts know exactly when to tweet the news for Elon Musk. Elon Musk knows exactly when to tweet the news because they knew that we were in an overbought situation. Therefore, it was technical analysis plus the news. It was not only the news. And you take the technical analysis by your hands, guys, and you can have your financial freedom, but you need to exercise, and of course you need patience and you need discipline, guys. Those are two assets on your character you need to develop in order to have a successful trading, to be a successful trader. For now, what we are seeing for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin, we had an overbought situation, therefore we expect it to correct. Not as much though, I didn't expect to correct so much, but okay, it's fine. So what we need to see right now is if we can maintain, of course, the 36,000 USDT around there. This area, I want to maintain around this area, guys. For me, it is very, very crucial. And of course, now we need to start climbing our way back up to 41,000 USDT. Doing this, guys, going to 41,000 USDT, I believe if we do that, Anchor will surpass the 11 to 12 cents. We are now get to a lower volatility where we will be seeing lower. You can see here that the high will be here, the low will be here, and we will be getting into a squeeze point as we call. Eventually, as we are getting into the squeeze point, any moment can decide whether we will go upwards or downwards. For now, things are looking good. I will explain why. Because the commodity channel index is below minus 100, therefore we can't go, eventually we can't go further down. It is very, very difficult to go further down from here. And of course, Anchor against Bitcoin is the same. It is below minus 100. And what we need to see for Anchor against Bitcoin is if we can outperform, if we can have something like that. And the best thing is, it is the daily commodity channel index that we are going below minus 100. This is the best thing, guys. And this happens, when this happens, we will soon see Anchor outperforming Bitcoin and have a reversal pattern. If this happens along with the Bitcoin in the same time that Bitcoin has the swing high, then Anchor against USDT will move upwards more than Bitcoin. So let's say that Bitcoin will move upwards. Let's go from here and say that from this moment we can move upwards. And this is 13%, okay, 13% towards the 41 to 42,000 USDT. Around here, Anchor can move up more, can move more than 18%. Eventually, this one right here will be 17%, but I think we will be going more upwards. We might stop at 24%, we might find resistance at 200, or we might even go to 13 cents. So I definitely believe that as Bitcoin will have a swing high, after getting into a squeeze point, Anchor can move upwards and break this resistance level. However, for the Bitcoin, it needs to keep going the swing high. On the daily frame, we are going good. You can see that On the daily frame, we are having the top line and the bottom line for the RSI, and therefore we went a little bit upwards, but now we are going back in. What we hope for is to do something like this, eventually not go on the same low as this line, but actually having a swing high soon. So for now, that's what we need to see, higher lows and higher highs. The higher low pattern here, guys. That's what we need to see. Stopping around here, then going upwards, eventually breaking even this top trend line. So it's all looking good, guys, but be careful because we are in a bearish market, and never be greedy on a bearish market. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. See you soon with many more videos. Bye.